December, which is Monday. So let's start with this episode. StarShip Updates. This is the segment. This is the booster 5 in the high bay. It was sitting there. This is it. These are a few different angles. And please load up internet. This is all the booster 5. And booster 4 has all 24 or 29. Yeah, 29 engines installed in it. So that much it shows here. So, yeah, this is the production side. This is SN21's nose cone, which is connected to its common section, whatever you call that thing. And to the right part of your screen, you can see the SN16 and SN15. And in the tent, you can see SN22's nose cone and all of that mess. Yeah, so this is SN22's nose cone, I guess, and this is SN22's common dome also. Common dome, no? What common thing, whichever would you call it again. And booster quick disconnect hood. This is the booster quick disconnect hood. This would shield the booster QD. QD is quick disconnect arm from the booster exhaust. It would protect that thing. And barrel section at the production site. You can see all of this. The booster barrels moved into a tent. They have started work on a different tent also. This is the SN22's common dome, forward dome section. Yeah, it's forward dome section. Earthwork means, I think so, it's piping or some earthwork that drives the electricity into the ground if any shorts happened. At the propellant production site, I think so, this is all the piping. The windway is coming very fast apart. Apart means it's getting made up very quickly. So it has done a lot of progress in a month. Not even half of its speed. So this is the windway. And this is the new tent I was talking about. It is right next to the wind bay. Please load up. And yeah, see, this is, which is to the left is SN15 and which is to the right it's SN16. And this is the suborbital tank farm for SN20 and the ships. It's also here. In the right hand of your screen, you can see SN20. In the left hand, you can see booster 4 and 5. Not 4 and 5. 3 and 4. Yeah, 3 and 4. And booster 4 has all 26. No, not 26. 29 engines installed, and which is half cut. That is booster 3. They have still not moved it off the back. And this is the suborbital tank farm. This is SN20. And some wise work has been going on. And they are installing the engines or doing some work in the engines. So this is the part of booster 4. Not booster 4. Is it booster 4? Yeah. Or is it? It's washing out all of the concrete. Wash out concrete truck washout. That means it's dumping all of the concrete into a washout tank, which is old. They've put water and do something. This is the BN 2.1 test tank, which is sitting at the orbital test site. This is the orbital tank farm. which has all 6 protective shells and GAC tanks. These are the condensers. These are methane or liquid oxygen condensers. This is the orbital launch site. Come on, load up. The crew works normally on the launch pad. Please load up. No. If I can had paused this recording, it would be very good. Please load up. No. Yeah, they are doing the work. I have to pause. No, that trick does not work again. Yeah. Let me go to a different part. Yeah, the crew works on the chopsticks, which are the catch arms for the booster and ship. This funny name, but it is. I'm being very serious today, no? Yeah, come on, load. The crew works on the orbital chopsticks. I call them. But these are booster and ship chopsticks. They are chopsticks, but whatever you want to call it, but they are chopsticks. Whatever you want to do with it, but it comes out it's as chopstick. But my internet is pretty bad. In the center of the screen, you can see the quick disconnect arm, which is for the booster and the ship. This is the orbital launch tower, which all of the equipment is on. Oh. So this is all of it. This is the load spreader. Is being moved into the launch site normally, and the LR1100 offloads the load spreader. Somewhere I have. So this is a far angle view. This is the crane which is next to the this orbital launch tower, and that wraps up for Monday. So Tuesday news is coming up right now. The sunrise as normal, and this is Boca Chica. So this is the orbital launch site. At the bottom you can see the chopsticks, and in the middle of the tower you can see the QD arm. So the crew works on the orbital launch pad. So they work it as normal, and the crew works on the QD arm normal. That's chopsticks. These are the chopsticks. This is the orbital launch tower. And BN 2.1 is at the orbital launch site. I told that on Monday's part also, but I told you once again. Quick disconnect arm at the bottom of your screen, you can see. So guys, the crew works on the orbital tank farm. Those are the methane and liquid oxygen condensers, methane condenser, and the plumbing is not been done currently. This is the crew. The crew works on the tank farm. Sorry for the background noises. And STMT prepared to be moved on the BN 2.1 test tank. And it has been gone under there. The cranes are going everywhere. Those look like ants running around everywhere. People, if you see that people, it looks that person looks like an ant just preparing to drive the at. And this is SN and not SN BN 2.1, and this was a delivery of oxygen or methane to the launch site. Delivered the launch site, which is the overall launch site, and BN4 to the left, SN20 to the center, booster 3 to the right here in this perspective. So this is the heat shield, and only 6 tiles has been off. The crew works on the SN20, and so yeah, outrigs removed from SpaceX LR1100 crane. Some outrigs there were. These are the outrigs. I think so they are for the tent. So a new tent has been created. This is the high bay which has booster 5, and see that truck is going away with that. And this is the production site overall, and this is the SPMTs outside the highway. So this is the booster quick disconnect code that I showed in the last part. So this is the unfinished domes at propellant side. This is the leg skirt and forward dome of a ship. SN22's forward dome, that is, as you can see in the center of your screen. This is the booster forward dome. So the barrels at the production site. So I think they are doing a very good work, and they are pushing a lot of work. So that is all for Tuesday. Now Wednesday is going to come up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for Wednesday. So let's begin right here. So this is SpaceX Boca Chica, and so it is normal sunrise. Oh my god, ads. I should buy YouTube Premium. Never mind. This is good. Ad is only good. So yeah. So this is the sunrise, and now the wind bay construction is getting very fast apart. Together, not apart. It's being constructed so fast I cannot even keep up to the pace. My mind is getting blown out. Stop no, Mikey. What happened, Mikey? Is it Mikey or Sweetie? Sweetie, what happened? I'm recording a video. Okay? So this is the windbreaker. And ship 21 in the mid bay. It's being constructed. This is constructed, and this is a liquid nitrogen tank delivery to the propellant site. So this is a big tank of liquid nitrogen. So these are the things. So this is SD 2020D, and all of this I cannot read it. And this is a load spreader ready to be lifted, and this is the SN22's forward dome lifted into the mid bay. What happened? Sorry for my birds shouting. Then this is the load spreader is load spreader ready to be lifted. So this has been attached. Oh shit, I got an ad. Let me skip this. I did not pause. That's what my screen recorded. Sorry for that. And see this. This has been lifted up as a common dome. and it has been and nose cone spotted in temporary SN21 nose cone. This is the wind bay parts delivered. They are delivering the wind bay parts. Oh, this is the electrical equipment, some electrical. This is BN 2.1 test tank prepared to be rolled back to the production site. We are going to roll it back. Orbital tank farm venting. Now it has venting. I did not keep up to the pace. The space is going up. This is the orbital mount construction, guys. I'm taking my microphone very close to me because of that noise. And so this is that. Now this is the orbital launch mount construction normally, and the booster. Let me. So see, this is the LR 1100 crane being moved. And this is they are doing some work on the booster core. Orbital launch tower constructed, and SN20 is on the suborbital pad B. And this is the booster QD hood at the launch site. Again, I spotted that. And BN 2.1 test tank being rolled back to the production site. So this tank is being rolled. So this is the part most of part. They are going to roll it and 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 roll it on. That is it. So they have rolled it back. So see, yeah. So these are the beams which push pressure into the tank and push whatever I call that, and into the wall of flame where SN16 and SN15 is sitting. There goes BN 2.1. So this much happened for the Wednesday. So now for Thursday, let's get on to that. Give me a sec. So this is the normal orbital launch site. This is the pad as normal, usual. Yeah, this is the booster QD arm lifted in onto the orbital launch mount. See the protector thingy. You got it. You got it. My friend, you got it. Good, buddy. It got installed. QD mount was installed. Let me check what are yeah, QD. As you can see this. Oh, Q, what is Q? Yeah, the crew works on the orbital launch pad as normal. These are the chopsticks. Chopsticks are chopsticks, after all. You can eat from that. That was a joke. No, normally we have to get serious. So this is the orbital launch tower. And the crew in front of the tank farm. And so see, booster 4 to the left and SN20 in the center. Booster 4 locks section in the right. I finally told lock section, but I was not telling it a few seconds ago. Yeah, there is some hooks on it. They have attached, I think, so they are putting it on there. My beautiful internet. Beautiful. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, see, delivery to the launch site. I think so. It's a big tap. What happened, Mikey? Sweetie, what happened? Oh shit. So the crew works on mission 20, ship 20. So now I'm going to call it Mikey. What happened to you? Sweetie, what happened? Tell me. So yeah, so I have to do the tankers at the orbital launch site. This is this, and liquid nitrogen delivered to the tank farm. Windbreaker construction, it's been going on. And this is the production site. This is booster 5 in the highway. Then the highway, I think so, it's not going to come out today. This is a Noscon test stand at the scrapyard, and dome delivered to the production site as normal. This is a normal thing now, and this is a booster stand. These are the barrel section at the production site, and this is BN 2.1 test tank. Rolled back to the site yesterday following several tests. Yesterday means Wednesday. Not that yesterday, not Saturday. Ship 20 in the mid bay, still it's in the mid bay. Anderson 21's nose cone is this. It has a few tiles missing, and it moved its spot. Oh, they are putting on the tiles. Why that guy is in a black hoodie? It must be so hot from him, no? And this is the booster 6 common dome section. And this is the same common dome section here. See, this is the B6. They have written booster. And booster forward dome and common dome section. The common dome section was spotted with a label indicating it's BN6. Yeah, it was BN6. So booster forward common dome, booster forward and common dome section is that. And this is the same. The are showing is the same. So that's a new test tank stacked outside the mist bay. New test tank outside the mid bay. It is made for booster forward dome section and booster 6 common dome section. It was being lifted up and we made it. So that's all happened on Thursday. So now we go to Friday. 2 more days to go. So then we are going to start with that launches last week. Yeah, this is as the normal sunshine. The aft ship aft section outside the tents. That is one. It's zoomed in now. Beautiful ad. Beautiful.
Paimon! Why are you looking at me like that? What an
Neat ads. Scrap dome. This is the scrapped dome. Bye. You're going to go to the scrapyard. The crew works on Booster 6 test tank, which is a test tank, not an actual booster. The crew, the wind bay continues to rise as normal, and the thermal tiles are placed onto a ship 20's nose cone. It has seen a lot of improvement now, but they're missing a tile at the square come weird tile shape. That is, what's that smoke? What is that smoke? So yeah, they may wear masks while working on the ship. So SpaceX is taking high precautions, and this is the wind bay. And Booster 5 moves out of the high bay. It's gonna go to this side with it. Sometimes goes there onto highway 4. It's going to be moved. Okay, come on, you move. I know. Hello. It is moving. Then the Booster 5 turns into the propellant production site. See the Starbase sign? It looks very beautiful. And SpaceX has changed the Boca Chica's name to Starbase. It's the base for stars. Starbase. It's the base of like how Starbase. No. How can I? And Booster 5 near SM15 and 16. It's not retired. It's going to be rolled when there is available spot. Oh, ad. See, and the crew works on BN 2.1 test tank. Okay, this is a scrap nose cone outside the tents. This is the launch site. This is the orbital launch mount. And this is the quick disconnect arm. This would feed propellant into Starbase and StarShip, and that would stabilize the StarShip. And Booster 4 connect to a load spreader. It will likely be lifted onto the launch pad in a few days. And the crew works on Booster 4 COPVS. And the SM20's remaining flaps open. Liquid nitrogen delivered to the suborbital side. And that much was for Friday. Now Saturday is coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let me stop screen recording. The timeline was one day. So that I told of Sunday, which was Monday. So just push it a little forward. Okay, I am extremely sorry for that. This is Friday, and the before one was for Thursday, and before that was for Wednesday, and before that. So I'm going to do for all 7 days. If I post on Sunday, so last Sunday I'm going to do. I also got little confused, but sorry for my mistake. So this is the sunrise. It looks beautiful, magnificent to me. This is the orbital tank farm construction works nominal. They are lawn mowing, I guess so. And the orbital tank farm construction is still going on. And GSC 4 test tank at the launch site. Says GSC 4. And the crew works on the chopsticks normally, and the crew works on SN20. So now my computer remains loaded. At the launch site, booster 3 remains to the left, booster 4 and Macazilla and Starship in the center, whatever you want to call it. The orbital launch mount construction. Oh my. And the multi-stage pump lifted into place. This is the pump. So that was the pump. I thought it was a tap, but I was somehow correct. Pump and taps are mostly similar, aren't they? The pump takes the water to the tap. Oh, they are going to show me. So they had placed it. Then the liquid nitrogen delivered to the orbital tank farm once again. And booster 5, SN15 and SN16. And Tino's contest tank to the left. That is visible. Right, sorry. And this is the image of them. SN21's nose cone TPS work. I think so, which they have named with chopsticks. I think so, they are to replace them, or they are counting how many tiles that thing has. The barrel section hooked to the crane outside tank 3. Mule Moscon was hooked to crane. Wait a second. They have started work on SN28. See, if I zoom in that in, I cannot zoom that in. But say SN28 what? When they started it from 10, which was on Friday, and 12, 20. That which day they made it, that day they scrubbed it or took it out. Booster aero cover at the propellant site, and this is the wind bay construction. It's getting very fastly assembled. I have to quickly wrap up the Starship segment because I am doing it for so long. I am a professional, also recording like a professional. New test tank constructed, and this is the windbreaker, as I told you before. So this is SN21 in the mid bay still. And this is the production site overall image. Load up. This is it. This is our small tank, construction tank, not tank, which is low bay. Yeah, low bay. Low bay. Command Shift 5. And this is the normal sunrise, and this is the orbital launch pad. Now I'm going to take everything very seriously, and this is the QD arm, quick disconnect arm, please load up. Yeah, now the crew works on the orbital launch tower as normal. They are putting some pipes in, and this is the orbital tanky farm. Tanky, it's a funny orbital tank farm it is. So this is after my computer. Or the orbital tank farm looks as normal as it looks like normally. These are the condensers, and these are the normal pipes. Please load up. No. Just give me a second. Oh, finally it loaded up. The landing pad. You see, this is the landing pad. It looks very extremely strong to me. And JC4 test tank at the launch site. Oh my god. And this is the booster 4 has been hooked up to the SpaceX screen. SN20 and booster 4 and the little hopper, star hopper. It made the first 50-meter hop of 150 and transported stand parts. These are the transporting stand parts somewhere. STMT at the production site. Also, there's PMTs left the production site. And this is, please no. At your left side of your screen, you can see BN5 and SN15 and SN16 to your right, and the center SN5 you can see. And this is SN22's thrust section center, and SN21's nose cone to the right. Oh, come on, load up. Oh, shoot. Oh, finally it started. And this is the SN20's ones, and this is the production site overall. So yeah, my computer is hanging. What happened to the internet? I should have better downloaded all of these episodes. And the production site. Oh. And so yeah, BN6 tank in the highway. This is it. and barrel sections in a tent. I think it's a tent 3 this is. And please load up. And this is BN 2.1 test tank. And 1 and 2. Yeah, this is the barrel stand being moved, and wind bay construction this is. This is the wind bay construction. Right next to that, that's the tent. So that was for Saturday and Sunday. Then space news this week. Then last week we are going to do. So the normal sunrise over the lawn side. This is the lawn side. Then the crew pours concrete at the orbital tank farm. They poured it and on. Suborbital launch site and landing pad. Here is it. Booster 4 unhooked from the bush from its load spreader. I think so. Now they are not going to put it on there. I think so. They were doing some testing. It should not tip over. That's why they had the coin. If it tipped over, millions of dollars smushed. All in pieces. So that is it. And the boost. Oh my goodness. And this is the booster cutie arm. This would not. This is not for StarShip, by the way. And this is the orbital launch mount overall. And this is booster 4 once again. This is the cutie arm. The above one, which would supply fuel to the StarShip and support both the ships, StarShip and Super Heavy, the whole StarShip. The crew attaches a cover on the StarShip's hold where they had gone in. And SN20's nose cone hatch just closed. And work continues on cutie arm for the StarShip and the whole StarShip. SN21's nose cone this is. They are doing the work as usual. And this is liquid nitrogen storage tanks at the propellant production site. And this is that. And this is booster 5 to the left, SN15 in the center, SN16 in the right. And this is ship twist disconnect propellant site. And the new highway, I call it the super highway. And this is BN 2.1 test tank. And these are the domes outside the production tent. New highway continues construction. And thermal nose cone with thermal tiles attached points in the tent, attachment points. And SN21 in the midway, still it's in the midway. Oh, I have to say it in the midway like that. And this is the aero cover, StarShip aero cover move where the flap sits. And that's all for StarShip segment. Now the news segment is news this week. It's a diagram. So I forgot to tell that I did not have to wrap this up with this. But I have to say that this is the November 27th diagram because I could not find any later than that. I'm extremely sorry. So this is, you can see this all, it has the Starship has been under 3 status fires, and SN21 is in the mid-bay, and SN22 is also in the mid-bay. SN23 and SN24 these are incorrect models. And it's not in highway, it's with the Starships. And this is the build site. It's in the high bay or mid bay, and booster 7 is in the build site. That is correct. So news this week, launches this week. 11th of December, the Blue Originals New Shepard rocket took off with 6 passengers in Texas. Their usual launch site, and that is for 12th. So now 13 to 14. Let's go on to that in 3, 2, 1. A meteor shower. It is going to be 50 asteroids or meteoroids per hour, so it can last a lot of days if we are wrong. So that is much as for 13 to 14. Now on 18th, give me a sec. There's going to be a SpaceX launch. Really? There's gonna be. After finally so many days, they are coming back into their routine. And so what the launch is going to be about is Turksat 5B. They are going to launch it, and that day there will be a full moon. It's going to be a full moon day. So they choose the date very wisely. So yeah, it's going to be like that. Then, so that much is for the 18th, and now for another date. And come on, shift. I forgot to say this. Yeah, for the 12th, the Patron rocket is going to lift off with 2 new satellites for Russia, and that much is from the Kazakhstan Cosmodrome, if I pronounced that right. So that was for the Russia's launch. So there is going to be a launch of the Soyuz vehicle, which would come down MS-20. So there's going to be Yazu. I cannot pronounce that person's name. He is a Japanese millionaire or billionaire. Yeah, billionaire. He's going to come down back to Earth and do a landing on 10-18 EPT or something like that. ETP or yeah. Now launches last week. This is last week launches. So this is the MS-20 launch, which launched Yuzaka Mazu, and which I told in launches last week. This week before I was telling about when it's going to return. After 12 days, it's going to return back to Earth. He is the first traveler of Japan going to the ISS, and like that they did. So what can I say? That person is that whose SpaceX Dear Moon project. No, you know that, no, guys? The Dear Moon one. So that is the Dear Moon thingy. So let's get on with the Atlas 5 in 3, 2. So it's going to launch, and this is the version 5 meters thingy, and this rocket is going to put the satellite into orbit of Earth, and Atlas 5 has that much job till yet. I really do not know the exact date when it's going to lift off. I've not gotten that news, but Atlas 5, after that there's a different one. Now I guess it's a IPE. This is a satellite which has been created by an Italian person. This is of SpaceX Falcon 9 and it's pretty small, and it's a very specific orbit it needs to go to, and this is the IPX rocket, and the booster landed on the drone ship. What was it? Just read the instruction. Yeah, it landed on that. So that much it had, and it did it. The booster did its 5th launch, and in a few days it's going to do its 6th launch. So to the Electron Rocket Lab now. This is for now the Electron one, which is for the 8th of December. Let's get right into that. This is the launches from the Rocket Lab. They are for the Black Sat, I guess their name is. This is the 3rd launch for them. They have collaborated. The 2nd launch had just happened 3 weeks ago, which marks very fast completion, and this launch is a very great launch for Rocket Lab. So on this launch they released 2 satellites into space of the Black Sat. So that much happened for Rocket Lab. Then to another person which had his launch on 4th of December. I forgot his name, the rocket's name. Yeah, so let's get into that. And I did not find the image, so I put this rocket as the image. So yeah, the Galilean rocket is going to deliver 2 new satellites to orbit, which is a Soyuz spacecraft. It's going to take launch, then Soyuz rocket. It's going to take off. So we have that one thing, and that 2 satellites are for global communication. So now that wraps up the whole episode for today, and see you on Sunday. And you can have me questions at Shoaib Hub in the comments. So if you want to ask any questions, do that right now. I'm gonna see you on Sunday. Bye.